Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. 4 people have been stabbed on Auckland's North Shore as a man with a knife went on the rampage.
Police say it could have been much worse too, were it not for the bravery of members of the public who managed to stop him stabbing more victims. Adam Hollingworth has the details.
The whole thing was over in less than 10 minutes. It started as residents of the 2 beachfront Auckland suburbs of Murray's Bay and Mairangi Bay enjoyed a sunny, crisp morning. But it ended with what police described as an extremely traumatic event.
What I can tell you is this offender is a local person. He has been out in public and he has randomly stabbed 4 members of the public. Those members have suffered moderate injuries and we are wrapping the necessary services around them to support them.
Danelle Clayton was out walking on the beach when the attack unfolded.
There was just a whole lot of police and ambulance and sirens going off, and we saw a lady being tended to by ambulance staff in a bus stop and another lady being tended to on a park bench.
It began with the man stabbing the occupant of a house in Westbourne Road, then attacking members of the public. The stabber then made his way along the beach towards Mairangi Bay, still carrying a large knife and apparently still intent on doing harm.
We walked from Murray's Bay to Mairangi Bay along the causeway, and it must have been quite soon after the incident. And, you know, there were some pools of blood along the way that you had to sort of step around, which, you know, isn't very nice.
Police say members of the public followed him and held him there until police arrived. In fact, they used a crutch to bring him down in the car park.
I want to reassure the community that this was an isolated incident. The offender has been apprehended and he is in custody. I also want to acknowledge there were members of the public that acted with extreme bravery this morning. They apprehended this offender and brought this incident to its conclusion.
There were other heroes too. One man rushed around the beach telling people to run. Diane Hilbron was out with a bunch of mums and kids enjoying the morning in Mairangi Bay.
Another man came with it and he had a big stick, and he said, you know, he was quite panicked, and he said, just grab your kids and run as fast as you can down the beach. It was really scary. The kids were really upset and they were all crying and screaming, so yeah, it was pretty scary.
Valeria Mosheva locked herself in her car.
The girl jumped to the car next to me, showing me, lock the car.
He was supposedly pinned down by a construction worker from over there by the water work thing, and then a guy with a crutch, and they held him down essentially until the police came, and then he was taken away in an ambulance, I think.
Police say it would have been worse if those members of the public hadn't intervened.
This was a random attack. There's no indication it's a hate crime of any type. The victims were of different gender, ethnicity and age.
10 minutes of carnage in 2 of Auckland's usually tranquil suburbs.
Well, Adam Hollingworth joins us now from Mairangi Bay, where the attacker was finally subdued. And Adam, first of all, what do we know about the condition of those who were injured today?
Well, Sam, the 4 victims are being treated for moderate injuries in hospital. As for the attacker himself, well, witnesses say that his head was severely wounded, and they saw that his head was being bandaged up before he was taken by ambulance to North Shore Hospital, where he's under police guard.
Well, was there any criticism from police for the way those members of the public subdued the attacker?
Well, police generally discourage people from intervening, but they do greatly appreciate the efforts today, which they say undoubtedly prevented further harm.
Incredibly brave. Adam, thanks so much.